You were too soft for a woman like me, she sneered. So I disappeared without a fight. Now she's blowing up my phone at 3 a.m., begging for another chance after her dominant boyfriend maxed out her credit cards and ghosted. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I always thought love was about patience, about showing up, even when it wasn't easy. I remember the first time Lauren called me soft. We were at a party, and some drunk guy bumped into her, spilling her drink. I stepped between them, calm, ready to defuse it. Later, she rolled her eyes. You could have at least said something. God, why are you so gentle? I should have known then. But I didn't. Because when she came home stressed from work, I was the one who rubbed her shoulders and listened. When her car broke down, I drove across town at 2 a.m. to get her. And when she said, I need a vacation, I worked overtime for 3 months to surprise her with a trip to Costa Rica. She posted 1,000 photos of herself there. Not one of us together. Still, I told myself, this is what love is. You show up. Then came Jason. I'd never heard her laugh so loud at texts before. She'd angle her phone away when I walked by, but I caught glimpses, muscle emojis, a shirtless gym selfie. When I asked, she shrugged. Just a guy from spin class. He's hilarious. 2 weeks later, I came home early and heard her on the phone. I know, right? Mark's like a golden retriever. Sweet, but a sigh? Yeah, exactly. She hung up fast when she saw me. The night she ended it, she didn't even sit down. Just leaned against the kitchen counter, arms crossed, like she was giving a performance review. We need to talk. I knew. But I still stood there, holding the groceries I'd just bought. Her favorite yogurt, the expensive kind. I've been seeing someone, she said. No guilt. Almost proud. Jason. From my gym. I set the bags down. Okay. You're not even surprised? She smirked. Guess you knew you weren't enough. The yogurt was going to spoil. That's what I kept thinking. It's not about cheating, she continued. It's about what I need. Jason's different. He commands respect. You just apologize for existing. I looked at her, really looked. The girl who'd cried in my arms when her dad got sick. The one who'd sworn I was her rock. Now she was sneering at me like I was a stain on her shoe. You're too soft for a woman like me, Mark. I nodded. Okay. That's it. Just okay. I walked to the bedroom. Pulled out my duffel bag. What are you doing? She demanded, following me. Leaving. I tossed in my toothbrush, a couple shirts. Left the framed photo of us from her birthday. You're seriously not even going to fight for me? I zipped the bag. You just told me I wasn't enough. Why would I fight for that? Her face twisted, first confusion, then anger. You'll regret this. You'll never do better than me. I paused at the door. I hope Jason's what you want, Lauren. And then I left. No yelling. No begging. Just silence. The first week was the hardest. Not because I missed her, though I did, in that dull, aching way you miss a habit, but because my phone stayed silent. No, you'll regret this. No, I made a mistake. Just radio static where her voice used to be. I blocked her before she could change her mind. Instagram, Twitter, even fucking Venmo. I didn't block her number, though. Part of me wanted to see if she'd try. She didn't. Mutual friends became messengers without realizing it. Lauren's obsessed with this new guy. Derek told me over beers, oblivious to my stiffened grip on the bottle. Dude's ripped. Takes her to these fancy steakhouse places. She posted this pic of them last night. Cool, I said, and changed the subject. Later, alone, I caved and checked her public profile. There they were, Lauren draped over Jason's arm at some dimly lit bar, his biceps straining against his shirt sleeves, her caption screaming, upgraded, with a trophy emoji. I closed the app. Didn't sleep. I started running. Not from anything, just toward exhaustion. 5 miles, then 7, then 10, until my lungs burned and my thoughts blurred into static. One morning, drenched in sweat outside a boxing gym, a trainer nodded at me. You look like you want to hit something. So I did. The bags didn't hit back. Didn't call me weak. Didn't compare me to someone stronger. They just absorbed every punch, every fuck you. Every, why wasn't I enough, until my knuckles split and my shoulders gave out. I came back the next day. And the next. 3 weeks in, my phone finally buzzed. Not Lauren, her best friend, Rachel. Hey, so, Lauren's birthday is next weekend. You should come. It's weird you guys aren't talking. I stared at the screen. Typed, deleted, then settled on. I'm good. Rachel fired back. She's happy, Mark. Like, really happy. You're just making it weird by acting hurt. I didn't respond. That night, Lauren posted a story. Jason feeding her cake, her laughing like she'd never been happier. The caption, "When you finally get what you deserve, face blowing a kiss." I muted her. Kept boxing. Then came the rumors. Jason's kinda intense, Derek admitted months later, avoiding my eyes. Like, at Tom's party last night. Lauren said something he didn't like, and dude snapped. Called her a dumb bitch in front of everyone. I sipped my water. Huh. She laughed it off, but fuck man. You never did that shit. I shrugged. Guess I was too soft. Derek winced. The final straw came via Instagram creep. A mutual friend's post from a club. Lauren in a tight red dress. Jason's hand vice gripping her wrist as she smiled too wide. Zoom in. Faint bruises under her foundation. Comments were flooded with fire emojis. I closed the app and did something I hadn't done since the breakup. I cried. Not for her. For the guy who'd have burned the world down to keep her safe. The guy she traded for a man who left marks. Then I wiped my face, laced up my gloves, and hit the bag until the ache turned to anger, then to nothing at all. 6 months after I walked out, the first crack appeared. A 3 a.m. call from an unknown number. I let it ring out. The voicemail was just heavy breathing, then a muffled "fuck you" before it cut off. I almost deleted it, until I recognized the voice in the background. Lauren. The next morning, Derek texted, "Dude, Jason got arrested last night. Turns out commanding respect looked a lot like shoving a bartender over a disputed tab." Lauren had bailed him out. By noon, her Instagram was scrubbed clean of all traces of him. I didn't smile, just sipped my coffee and went to work. The stories trickled in after that. Jason lost his gym membership after threatening a trainer. Their steakhouse dates became McDonald's drive-thrus when his investment tips crashed. Then came the screenshot Derek couldn't resist forwarding. A leaked text from Jason to some girl named Tiffany. "Lauren's too clingy." Your chill smirking face. Lauren's response was a wall of crying emojis, and after everything I did for you. I deleted the thread. I saw her in person for the first time at the grocery store. She was in the cereal aisle, no Jason in sight, wearing sunglasses indoors. I almost walked past, until she turned and dropped a box of Lucky Charms. "Mark." Her voice was smaller than I remembered. I nodded. "Lauren." She yanked off the sunglasses. A yellowing bruise peeked from her hairline. "You look good." I did. 30 pounds leaner, standing straighter. Meanwhile, her nails were chipped, her hair frizzed out. The girl who'd called me boring now looked like she hadn't slept in weeks. "Thanks," I said, and reached past her for the granola. "Are you?" Her breath hitched. "You're not even going to ask what happened?" I looked at the bruise, at her shaking hands, at the cart full of frozen meals and cheap wine. "No," I said and walked away. The text started that night. Lauren, 11:47 p.m. I think I made a mistake. Lauren, 12:02 a.m. Jason's not who I thought he was. Lauren, 12:15 a.m. You were right. About everything. I silenced my phone. By morning, there were 12 more. The last one, "Please just talk to me. I have nobody." I blocked her number. 2 weeks later, Rachel ambushed me at the gym. "You're being a dick," she hissed, cornering me by the water fountain. "Lauren's a mess. She quit her job. She's in therapy, Mark." I wiped my face with a towel. And you're just going to ignore her?" After 4 years. The bag gloves hanging from my gym bag swayed as I shouldered past her. "Tell her I said congratulations on the upgrade." Rachel's mouth opened, then shut. The final straw came via LinkedIn, of all places. A notification, "Lauren, last name, viewed your profile." I clicked. Her page showed a 3-month employment gap. Her headline now read, "Seeking new opportunities, smiley face." That same day, my promotion went public. Director of Operations. 6-figure salary. Company-wide email blast with my photo. I didn't post about it. Didn't need to. She'd see it. The first email arrived on a Tuesday. Subject, "I know you're ignoring me, Mark. I get it. You hate me. But I need you to know, Jason was a mistake. A huge, horrible mistake. I think about you every day. Please just answer me." Lauren, I archived it. Then came the voicemails. "Call me back, you asshole." Day 1. "I'm sorry, okay? Is that what you want to hear?" Day 3. "You were supposed to fight for me." Day 5. Slurred, 2:17 a.m. I saved the last one. Not to listen again, just to remember how different her anger sounded now. Less fire, more wheeze. A month after the email started, she switched tactics. "Lauren, new number. I drove by your old apartment today. Remember when we used to order Thai and watch bad movies?" I missed that. I didn't respond. Lauren, 10 minutes later, fine. Be a cold bastard. You were always like this. Acting all noble, but really just cowardly. I blocked the new number 2. Rachel showed up at my office. She's destroyed, Mark, she said, leaning over my desk. Like, crying every night destroyed. You couldn't just pretend to care. I minimized my screen, a spreadsheet for my team's Costa Rica retreat. Did she pretend to care when she cheated? Rachel flushed. People make mistakes. And people learn from them, I said, standing to open the door. Tell Lauren I hope she does. The letters started next. Handwritten, on the same scented stationery she'd used for our anniversary notes. The first one rambled for 3 pages about Jason's lies, her therapy breakthroughs, how she finally understood what real love was. The second included a printed selfie of us at the beach, one I didn't know she'd kept. The third came with a key. This is yours. From the apartment. I thought you might want it back. I threw them all away. Then, the nuclear option. Unknown number. I'm outside your building. 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. I peered through the blinds. There she was, pacing in heels too nice for the rain, her hair dark with water. She looked thinner, older. My phone buzzed again. Unknown number. I can see your shadow. Open the door. I turned off the lights and waited. 20 minutes later, I heard a car door slam, tires screech, and then silence. The last time I saw Lauren, it was at a coffee shop. I didn't plan it. Didn't even know she'd be there. But when I walked in, there she was, hunched over a laptop in the corner, her once perfect highlights now grown out into brassy streaks. She looked up, our eyes locked. I almost turned around. Almost. Then I ordered my coffee and sat down. She was at my table before I could take the first sip. You've gotten better at pretending I don't exist, she said, voice razor thin. I set down my cup. Not pretending. A muscle in her jaw twitched. I lost my job. Did you hear? No. Jason maxed out my credit cards before he left. I had to move back in with my mom. She laughed, a sharp, broken sound. Turns out dominant just means asshole. Who knew? I didn't smile. Didn't gloat. Just watched the steam rise from my coffee. Say something, you fucking robot. A few heads turned. The barista glanced over, concerned. I leaned back. What do you want me to say, Lauren? I want you to, her voice cracked. To tell me you hate me. To yell. To feel something. I studied her. The smudged mascara, the chipped manicure, the way her hands shook around her to-go cup. The girl who'd once called me boring now looked like a frayed live wire. I don't hate you, I said. I just don't think about you. Her face went very still. Then, you're lying. You have to be. Why? Because I think about you every day. The words burst out of her, raw and too loud. I dream about you. I check your LinkedIn. I know you got promoted. I know you go to that stupid boxing gym. She cut herself off, breathing hard. I took another sip. That's your problem, not mine. For a second, I thought she might throw her coffee at me. Then her shoulders slumped. I was wrong, okay? She whispered. Is that what you need to hear? You were the best thing that ever happened to me, and I threw it away because I was too stupid to. Lauren. I cut her off. It's over. But we could. No. I slid my chair back. You didn't just leave me. You looked me in the eye and told me I wasn't enough. That's not something you come back from. Her mouth opened, then shut. That's when my phone buzzed. Sarah, 2:15 p.m. dinner tonight? I'll bring wine, winky face. I didn't hide the screen. Lauren saw it. Saw the heart emoji. Saw the way my thumb lingered before typing a reply. Her face did something complicated. You're seeing someone. Yeah. Is she? Kind, I said. Smart. Doesn't make me feel like I need to apologize for existing. Lauren flinched like I'd slapped her. I stood to leave. Wait. She grabbed my wrist, the same one she'd bruised with her nails the night I caught her texting Jason. What if I gently pulled free. Goodbye, Lauren. Mark. But I was already at the door. Already stepping into the sunlight. Already thinking about the boxing class I had at 4, the dinner plans with Sarah, the Costa Rica trip my team had voted me most improved for. I didn't look back. 6 months later. Derek texted me a screenshot last week. Lauren's Instagram, public again. A selfie with some new guy, his arm slung possessively over her shoulders. The caption, real men don't play games flex biceps, I showed Sarah. She snorted into her wine. Yikes. I laughed. And then, because it was Friday, because the sunset was perfect, because I was happy, I deleted the message and blocked Derek too. Some ghosts aren't worth keeping. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.